Great. Hello, everyone.
We are live. I didn't know you pressed the button already.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Of course, my email decides to go off. Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first.
You have the hardcovers next to you.
Yeah. Oh, these are heavy.
They're so pretty.
I have this one too. Yeah, I do have them both. Oh my god. All three of them.
You own these though too. Yes.
I don't have the first one of lessons, but I have the Welcome to the Dark
Side. Oh, you
don't
own this
one?
Oh.
I know. They're expensive books. Hers are.
Oh, they are. Hers are very expensive.
Yeah.
But I think
anyway. Oh yeah, they're really like I didn't realize how small Lessons was in compared to the other ones, but
yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to our first live show for the Fallen Men Read Along. I'm super excited to be rereading these. Jess, you can start with what you're reading. I guess introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Jess from Pizza Books. I am reading The Confidence of Wildflowers by, I don't know, is it, I've been saying Macaulay, but I don't know if that's right, because someone called her Michaela, and I was like, that would make a lot more sense, but I don't know what her.
That cover is so pretty.
Yes, but I'm reading this, and it's good so far. She's 18, and she falls for her 30-year-old single dad, grumpy landscaping neighbor, so yeah. Ooh. But she has a boyfriend right now, so, and someone told me I'll cry, so we'll see.
Isn't the second one out already?
Second one comes out, I think, on the 6th. Oh yeah, McKay just finished, I think, unless, yes, you just finished out, okay, yes. I saw you posting on Instagram about it, and I know McKay gave it 5 stars, but I'm very concerned that it's gonna be sad.
Oh.
But maybe McKay, no, do you know how to say her name? I know you're a huge fan of her. I think you say Macaulay. Is that correct? I don't know. I don't think I've heard the author.
I've heard it both ways, so.
Okay.
Well, I hope.
Oh, it's in her Instagram bio? Let me go look real quick. But it's my first one by her, so I'm excited. I did get Sweet Dandelion on audio, so.
Oh, she wrote that one too?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the same author.
Yes, so it is. It's Macaulay. Yeah. She does have the pronunciation in her Instagram bio. That's nice. But yes,
I have,
and I'm pretty sure
I have that one sitting on my wish list. I mean, in my cart, my Amazon cart, sorry.
Yeah, she sent this to me, which was very nice of her. So, but it's like floppy, and the pages feel like they're like from a traditionally published book.
And it's indie?
But it's indie. Because it's like feels very light compared to like one of these. Because these pages are thicker. I don't know.
Nicole.
But I definitely want more about her. A lot of people have been reading it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm like super interested because I have Sweet Dandelion. I think I picked this. Yeah, on the Audible sale. It's on sale. Hello. You are reading Empire of Gold. Ooh, that's a pretty book.
I've only read the first one in that series.
Yeah, I know they're pretty. I'm reading this one.
Oh, yay! Yeah. Do you like it so far?
Yeah, I'm like halfway through, almost. I'm hoping to finish this one. I'm reading Baking Me Crazy by Carlos Sorensen.
Carlos Sorensen?
Yeah, I have those two. I'm halfway through both of these, so I'm hoping to finish tonight to wrap up March because I hate leaving books like unfinished like that. Bugs me.
Are you liking Baking Me Crazy? Isn't the heroine in a wheelchair?
Yeah, like it's I feel like it's a lot different than some of her other writing, to be honest. It feels very, I mean, they're 21. Well, she's 21. He's 24. Oh,
puppy. Yeah. Sorry. She wants to lick my hand.
It's fine.
I know.
So it just feels like a little bit different than like, you know, the Ward Sister series. I don't know. It's writing a little bit less mature, which makes sense because they're younger. But
they are younger in the Worcester series, aren't they?
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know what it is like.
But it feels more like new adult.
Yeah, but like I haven't been vibing with new adult, so it goes either way for me.
I do
So
know it's part of the Smarty Pants book, so that could be why also it feels a little different.
yeah, someone said it was part of her early works, which will definitely make sense, obviously, because she's growing, but from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
just
even,
got it
like
from Hello Lovely.
I love the cover that they did. The Giana's, like, Guarding Temptation, those 2 Bad Dreams duet felt
Mhm.
different than her normal writing because, like, it was with a different publishing person, so I feel like depending on who they're writing for, it might feel a little different.
Yeah. Ooh, someone's reading When Villains Rise. Yes! I love, 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 love that. Lifeblood, have you heard of this?
No, but I might if I know the author.
Hmm, interesting. We will be talking about both Welcome to the Dark Side and Lessons in Corruption in a second. As
Yes.
soon as we hello,
Let me
as
see.
soon as we I'll get through 2 fights. Yes. I love seeing people read them. Oh, I finished it last night. I stayed up till midnight reading Welcome to the Dark Side. Consumed?
The audio is so good for both of these.
I
So
kind of
good.
feel bad I didn't do Lessons in Corruption in audio.
It's only from Cressida's perspective, so it's only the female narrator.
Oh, okay, okay. And no, I don't
But
feel
it's
so bad.
really good. 'Cause you watched the interview I did with her, right?
Yeah.
She said she wanted to have different narrators for each book, which I really like, because they actually, like, feel like different characters. But this narrator, Desiree, I'm pretty sure it's Desiree, let me go double check. She used to be on BookTube, like, 5 years ago, and I was friends with her, and we, like, did videos together, and then she stopped making videos and started audiobook narrating and, like, has been doing really well and, like, narrating audiobooks for people, so I'm really pretty sure she said her name at the end, and I was like, "That was Desiree?" Like, I know her, like, not anymore, but, like, I knew her.
I love the audio for this one. Like when Zeus came on, I was like, oh my god, this is the perfect Zeus. Like
Yes.
literally perfect Zeus.
Yes, Desiree Ketchum is her name.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I took my Instagram picture for yesterday, but I love having like I love showing it off, but I love having all of them like together. Like I don't know, when you put like these two together, it just is like serotonin.
They're
It's
so
perfect.
good.
It's
They're
perfect.
so
Anyway,
good.
I'm slowly growing my collection of her books because I want all of them. Oops, almost knocked over my
But I
laptop.
read these this is my 3rd time reading the first 3 because I did a read along when book 4 was coming out years ago. And so, but I'm glad I had the audio to listen to these. It's making me sad though because a lot of people are picking this up and not liking book 1. So, let us know what you guys rated book 1 because I still give it 5 stars because I just
Yeah,
love this series.
I will say this is the shortest out of her
Yeah.
series. This is definitely the shortest.
Yes.
But I think I gave this 5 stars. Well, like the first time I read it, I was a little bit more critical of it because so many people like not in a bad way. Like
Well,
so
yeah,
many
but
people
it's
hyped it
right.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it with like a little bit more like criticalness. I don't know if that's the right word. Anyway, but when I reread it, it's just so enjoyable to like be back with King and Cressida. And like I'm just like, oh, I mean, obviously she's grown from writing this book
Oh,
till
yes. I
Dead Man
definitely
Walking.
could tell that rereading this one, yes.
Yeah. But I just love being in the world. So it's like a 5-star read because it was like comforting just to be back in like
Nostalgic.
entrance. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was just like a big hug. Okay, so let me go back up.
Yeah, I read this first in 2018. I read this one and book 2, and I don't think book 3 was even out yet, so nobody was hyping it up. Okay, yeah, I knew Amanda was one person who didn't like it, and I know Riley didn't finish, so, um, but I love it. But I did not get that he called her babe so much, and that's I think the biggest critique I've seen people give it is how much he calls her babe. I didn't really notice, but I don't know. I
I
just love
feel
that he
like
was a I just love
yeah, I don't know. I overlook that the pet name thing.
yeah, I didn't notice it.
I didn't know. Yeah, King is just King is perfect. Like, I love him. Like, I really do love him.
Like, this was pretty insta-love. Like, she literally sees him in a parking lot and is like, "I need to divorce my husband now." And I didn't find a problem with that. I was like, "Yeah, you do. Go be with King." Like, and she, like, called him her king in her head before she even met him. And I was like, it's just like they literally are soulmates.
So many people gave it 5 stars, which I
Okay,
like.
yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, welcome to Giana's writing.
Yes,
It'll
that
make
makes
you
me so
cry.
happy. Mackie, your favorite is the first one?
That's so weird. Like, not a lot
I
of
feel
people
like
like.
no one loves the first one. Okay, yeah. But it's okay. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I could tell though, rereading it, not that I was bored in like a bad way, but I could tell like she's grown. That's all I can like say
Yes.
is that she's grown in her writing for the better,
Yes.
obviously.
Especially, like, when Melissa said she was bored, I think plot-wise, it really didn't pick up that much until the end.
Yeah. I love that so many people are picking it up. The one thing that I particularly like but I also hated at the same time about lessons is that there were some parts where I was like, Cressida, you do not deserve King. I just wanted to slap her and be like,
What?
like there was some parts where she was like, oh my God, he's my student, which I totally get. But
Yes.
there was some parts where she was like constantly denying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And King was like trying to get her to understand, like, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. And I was
Yeah.
just like, how do you just, how can you push that man away? How?
Yeah. But I'm actually glad she quit her job, 'cause
Yeah.
then that also made it, like, not that this is realistic, but, like, she realized, like, it could not work. Well, especially in the school she worked for was awful, and the principal was awful.
Yeah.
And they were I love, though, that she had to, like, fake date Zeus, and
Oh,
everybody thought
yeah.
she was Zeus. But, like, how supportive Zeus was, he's like, "No, my son knows what he wants, and he wants you, so that's just gonna happen." And I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
love that.
"You're
Oh my
awesome."
God, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, it's not saying that I don't like Cressida. I love Cressida and King together, but like she was pissing me off, man. I was like, come on, Cress, come on. Just fall into it. And then she would tell everyone else that he's my man, but she wouldn't say it or he like to his face.
Yeah. Okay, but also I did never realized her first husband was twice her age.
Yeah, yeah.
And the fact that her age gap with King was, like, half the size of her age gap with her husband, yet people were so supportive of when it was an older man. And I just, like I feel like that also made her and King's relationship that much more okay in my eyes, because 'cause I'm like, she was already married to a man, what, 18 years older than her?
Yeah, she got married at 18. I think
So
he was 36.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was double her age when they got married, and so now she's what, 26?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, "Okay, that's only 8 years." Like
Yeah. But it's the thing where it's like if the woman's older plus she's his teacher,
right.
obviously people get in entrance are like, no, oh my God.
Yeah. And how it was, like, her dad's best friend, but, like, not in a dad's best friend romance way. It was more in a, like, "Oh, he's your dad's
Dad's
best friend."
enemy. You're wait.
And they still hang out and go fishing
Yeah.
together, and, like, he's
Yeah,
just, like,
that's
not
weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he's just, like, boring.
I
Yeah,
did want
and
to
she can never
punch
be
him.
herself.
Yeah, I did want to punch her husband or her ex-husband because like oh, I hate like that reading that where he's like not encouraging her to be who she wants to be and do what she wants, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Angie makes a good point, though, because like, Cressida was the one who was being groomed, definitely, by her husband. Because like, she was just like, "This is your path, and this is what you're gonna do." She didn't really have a choice in it. And, like, the
Yeah.
fact that her parents, like, were okay with it and, like, pushing that along.
Yeah, it's hard though, like growing up in that kind of family where I mean it's like a cycle, right? Her mother probably did that. We don't get too much about it, but her mother was
Yeah.
probably like that. We see in kind of Welcome to the Dark Side, it's kind of like the same thing with um Lulu's mom too, is that they just get into that cycle of putting the
Yeah.
husband first and doing whatever they say. And I mean, I feel like that's reality for a lot of people, honestly. So
Yeah.
yeah, I do like
Um,
that she was older. Well, Cress is
yes.
older.
Which is the only one in the series where the woman's older,
Hmm.
but
Oh
I
wow,
liked
first
it.
age gap, first embassy, first teacher student. a lot of firsts.
I did see someone talk about, like, the slang being over the top. So in my interview with Giana, she said she never, like, read an MC romance before, and that was just, like, her research, and that's how she wrote it. So, I think that's interesting. But, like, I've read motorcycle romance with that kind of slang, and, like, one thing I really don't like that I saw critiques of is that they always don't use pronouns. So, instead of saying, like, "I like you," it's just like you. And I like that sounds so clunky and weird to me in my mind when I'm reading it, but the audiobook I didn't even notice. So I feel like it was natural when they were like talking. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. I didn't listen to this one, but I know Welcome to the Dark Side, Zeus's slang is a lot more. And
Mhm.
I honestly, like, I think the narrator just said the whole word because I didn't really notice that he
I
was,
didn't notice it. Mm-mm.
yeah, using that slang. When the first time I read it, it took a second for me to like get used to
Mhm.
that because obviously we don't talk like, well, I don't talk like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, Lysander is
Interesting.
a character, and I don't know. I know Gianna said in her interview with you that she's going to do a Lysander book.
But he's so far down the road.
Yes,
Like,
like I feel
so
like he's
8
gonna be the
years.
last one.
Yes. Because I feel like every time people guess her next couple, someone always says Lysander, and everyone in the comments is like, "No, he can't be yet," because we know in an epilogue, I think it's in the 3rd book, right? Good, Gone, Bad. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure there's an epilogue. That's like 8 years later, and he's still not with someone, so he is not for a very long time.
I'm
But
so
I'm
interested in him.
Yes, and so I'm not gonna say who I think his book is with because I think that's a spoiler because we haven't read that far yet, and I don't wanna spoil it for people who haven't gotten there. Because 'cause isn't it, like, hinted at who he's gonna be with?
I
That
think
one person?
I think it's in Inked in Lies.
Okay,
Um,
okay, yes. Well, that would make sense, yes, because that's where Lila was working.
yeah.
Yes, okay. But I'm interested in him because, like, is he good or not? Like, he, in this first book, helped Cressida get kidnapped and her hands nailed to a chair. Like, just thinking about that, every time I read it, I, like, forget that she has her hands nailed to a chair. And then book 2, when he helps them come and try to take Lou, and that's when Mute dies, but he helps save them, so I'm just like, "Whose side are you on?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
Epic love triangle. Yeah, like I mean I trust Gianna to give me a redemption arc. It doesn't
Yes.
always work for me with some authors, but I trust her to give me a good one, but she better bring it because I'm gonna need a hell of a good redemption arc for him because he makes me
Right.
so mad. I'm like, what are you doing?
Right. But he's had a really bad past. Like,
Yes.
he's in and out of jail. Obviously, his parents aren't good.
Hmm.
He tries to be there for Cressida, like, he got into debt because he loaned her the money for her house, and, like, that's what snowballed and everything, so he's trying to be a good person, but he, like, gets caught up in all these bad things.
We do get throughout the whole series, and I'm excited to pick it up, like pick up the clues as I reread them, is that you get a little bit of Lysander in like every, is it
Yes.
almost every book
I
basically?
think
You
it's
get like,
every book.
yeah, you get like
Yeah.
clues about where he comes from, what he, it's very small, but like now that I know Gianna said she drops hints, like with kind of without
Yeah.
meaning to, I'm like
Yeah.
on the lookout for this.
Okay, when we see Priest for the first time for, like, 2 seconds, and how doesn't I think who was it that he beat up in the second one? There was someone that Priest had already, like, taken a good beating on when Zeus showed up.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I tabbed that. It was Ace? Or that
Yes.
guy that touched Lulu
Yes.
in the bar, yeah.
Oh, the teacher.
Oh, that was at the end.
Was that not the teacher then? It was
No,
Ace?
not the
Okay.
first time, like, at the beginning or in the middle of the book.
I don't remember. I just remember it because I was listening to it on audio, so I don't have it, like, marked or anything,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I remember them saying well, I think it was book 1 where they're like, "Sorry, Priest, like, I need to see him first. You can't do anything to him." And then book 2, it was like, oh, Priest had already, like, really gotten at him, and I'm like, I had never noticed Priest before his book, so
Yeah, I didn't either.
so funny. Yeah. And
I
we
do
saw
agree with,
Nova, like, Nova picked Cress up to take her somewhere, and I'm like, "Oh, it's Nova."
yeah, I love seeing him. I love the way she describes him, that he's like, how did Crest describe him the first time? Like, he's just, like, beautiful, and I
Yeah.
think Lou says in Welcome to the Dark Side, like, "I bet you his face is symmetrical." Makes me laugh.
Yeah. I
Um, oh, And I have it tabbed. I could probably find it. Hang on.
Okay. Because I remember Priest being in there doing his job as the one. And seeing Bia too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do know. It was one of the guys that was working with like Ace and the guy who like touched Lou. I can't think of their names because they're all like mixing up. Nova does have a book. They said is so hot. It's Inkton Lies. It's the 5th book.
My favorite.
I think it's both of our favorites, right? It's
Yes.
your favorite, yeah. So far,
yeah.
Yeah, I like Cressida's description, like for the first time seeing them all together.
Yes.
That was cool to see like an outside point of view, which I'm excited because she did say for Caution to the Wind that May. That's how you say her name, right? May.
It is May. Yes.
She'll be that outside perspective, like
Yes.
looking at the MC. So I'm like, ooh, we're gonna get that again, and I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the drug dealer. Yeah. You're right. Totally right. I feel like I have to. Well, yes, Priest is amazing. I love him. I like that he has red hair.
Oh yeah.
Harley Rose is next, but we have to talk about this. I mean, like, I feel like they've just kept coming up in the comments. Should I wait and we?
Oh, I mean, you can. Do you guys want to talk about Mute right now? Or do you want to cry?
Yeah. Do we want to cry? Do you have anything else to say about lessons?
No. I mean, I just like King's character and how he's like not actually like in the club yet, but like he knows he's going to be and he was raised in it, so that's a really weird dynamic of like going on club business or not. Because wasn't it at the end of the 2nd book where he's like, I need to help, but then they're like, you're not in the club. He's like, but I am.
That's my family. Yeah. I did say, okay, this book that they talk about, that Cressida that she teaches,
Paradise Lost.
Have you read it?
No. It's like an epic poem, I think. I don't think it's a novel.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, they talk about it so much. I wanted to ask Giana about it. Like, is that her favorite poem, or is just one that she found, or like?
I don't know, but I think it's the whole like being about, because it's about like, I'm pretty sure it's about like Adam and Eve and the devil, like and about how the devil was
the temptation. Yeah.
Yes. And how she like loves the devil, kind of thing.
loves the devil.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say one more thing about
but I've never had to read it.
Okay, I didn't know if that was something like you had in, I guess, English.
Yeah.
English major.
But no, I never read it.
What part do you think you were talking about, Mackie, where you think they would run off? In lessons, are you talking about? But I just someone did put a comment earlier, but they were going really fast for me, okay? So I skipped over on accident. But they were saying that Cress seemed a lot younger, even though she was the older. And I totally agree with that. I think that she's a little bit immature, but I like kind of associate that with her being groomed from the age of 18, that she never had like real world experience. She just had to do what her husband said. She never had to think for herself, or if they fought, he would just give her space and not really talk about it. So that kind of, I know someone said that comment, so I kind of just
she's very sheltered.
Do that. Yes, she's very, very, very sheltered.
Yeah, like, but I love how now she can go to college and like study what she wants to, and
exactly. Like, I like that she was a teacher, and I'm glad that she like that's something that she enjoys. But I'm glad that she's actually like furthering her education to where, not saying that her and King are never going to be together, but like that she can always have her fallback. You know, like don't ever depend on him.
She's definitely more independent, even though she's more in love with.
Yes, exactly.
She wasn't even allowed to see her own brother. Like, they very sheltered her from everything.
Now, Lysander is. Do they have the same dad but different moms? Or is it reversed?
I don't remember.
Damn it.
Do you remember?
I think it's mentioned in here, but I can't remember. But I totally forgot rereading it. The part where Lysander and her had that thing with the reason why Lysander was in jail. That she was like almost raped, basically.
Yes, and he killed the guy.
I totally forgot about that, and I read it, and I was like, "Wow, I forget so much."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And her parents, I feel like, also kind of groomed her before she even got in to that marriage. So it was just like from one toxic relationship family to another. And now she has King and the Garrow crew, and it's great. And I love it.
I do love that we saw Lou in book 1, so I'm like, "Oh my gosh," it's just very briefly as her student who comes in and has tea with her, but
Oh yeah, I picked that up too.
yeah.
Oh, they're off. Okay, they're off. Okay. I don't know where I got that from. I just think it's so weird. Like, we don't know. Do we know why she doesn't get to see him? Like, her parents keep them away?
Because he was in jail.
Okay, that's what
I think that was the main reason, yeah.
Oh, and
Not
she was
really successful.
protecting her too. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
But isn't that why, wasn't Cressida the one who killed the person?
Yeah, and Lysander took the
Yeah.
fall for it. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, like, at the end.
No, Zeus took the knife from her. She was going to.
Okay, I remember something, like, she was going to, 'cause and it, like, flashed
Yeah.
back to the previous one.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then he grabbed it like the last moment, obviously.
Yes.
I also like that he calls her Teach,
Yeah,
even though she's not a teacher anymore. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
They disowned him. Okay. Yeah, I knew that because they mentioned like, oh, just like your brother or something like that.
Mhm.
Maybe
They
that was.
didn't like their brother at all.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like we have to move on
Okay.
because
Yeah.
everyone is going to talk about this one.
Oh, okay, it was Lulu. Okay, I was like, there's
Yeah.
the endings of these 2 are so
Yeah.
similar because they both get taken, and I get them confused. So Lulu's the one who killed the guy who kidnapped her. Yes.
Yes. She.
Cressida did not. Okay, because
Yeah.
I like can see it in my mind. I'm like, one of them just went turn around and killed him before anyone else could.
Yeah. She
Okay.
like took the gun right out of Zeus's pants and then
Yes.
just like killed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So this
Okay.
one, I gave it 5 stars.
I love this book so much.
Yeah. I can't believe when I reread it, there was like so many parts that I loved about it too. I think I
Mhm.
tab more in this book. It's orange because I do the same
Yeah.
cover or same color as the cover.
Well, this is much more emotional.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Lou's also a much more complex character than Cressida was.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, don't get me wrong, Lessons was such a good introduction to the series.
Yes.
It was the perfect introduction. It was just the right length, like 350 pages. We get a glimpse at the MC. We get a really good romance, like a forbidden romance, which is Giana's like signature. And then with this book, we really just dive right in with Welcome. Like we literally just go balls to the wall, basically.
Yes. Well,
Um,
and like so in my interview with Giana, she said that she originally started the book like when Lulu was working at the club. And so like she didn't have any of the stuff how they meet, of them writing letters to each other, and that would have been like a lot of important growth.
yeah, so I remember her saying that. So when I reread it, I was like, wow, when did she do that? And it's like almost like 150 pages in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good, like, I swear to God, my email won't stop. I don't know why. Sorry. It's like 125 pages in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I liked the first time when I read the letters, I was bored. I was like, I don't care. I just want to get to the romance. You know what I mean? But then I appreciated them more when on my reread because I got to, well, this is your 3rd time reading them. So this is for my 2nd time. I really got to like read it and take it in for what it was. So yeah, exactly. Like I noticed, yeah, so much stuff in this one than I did the first time I read it.
Yes.
Okay, someone said I had a problem with the age gap here. Can't lie. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it is. This one is a lot more taboo than Lessons, and I think with Lessons, she made him 18 for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, Giana writes forbidden, dark romances. That's what she's known for. So some people can have an issue.
Yeah. But what Mackie says, Lou reads so much older. And I think that's also what Zeus is connected to is her maturity. So
she's like an old soul. That's
and
how
he was shocked when he first saw her in person. He's like, wow, she has really grown up because
I mean, like
she's older.
For her to work, I was looking at the comments, sorry, for her to work in a strip club, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she has to look older. Like, I don't look like I'm 27. I think someone commented on one of my videos, like, "What are you, 19, 20?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm 27."
Yeah.
But, like, people just look a lot older, but also they seem a lot older, and I think that
Yeah.
Lou is an old soul, and I think someone said something about the cancer.
Yeah.
I have a lot to talk about this one. Oh my god, the comments are going so fast. I'm so sorry if I'm missing your comments.
She is
Um,
17 in the book.
yes, for most of it, and then at the very end, she turns 18, like, in the
Yes.
hospital. And the first time I read it, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I read it, I was like, "Ooh, she's 17." But in my head, my legal head, the age of consent is most of the time 16 in most states. And what I didn't have a
Mhm.
problem with this book in particular is because she was the one constantly pushing. She knew what
Mhm.
she wanted. And so I was like, okay, if she's totally 100% consenting, she knows what
Mhm.
she wants. She's also been through way more than most 17-year-olds, most 27-year-olds have been through in their
Mhm.
lives. So,
Yeah.
like, I give her that where I'm like, look, if you know what you want after basically the struggle that not many people go through in their life, especially for someone who's a kid, basically, like with leukemia, I I don't care. I'm like, you do whatever you want. You can
Yeah.
have whatever you want in life.
And you're right though, she does most of the pursuing, especially, like, when she's at the club and puts on that show for him, like, she knew what she was doing and she knows what she wants, so,
Yes,
yeah.
someone said this, their power dynamic is very
Yes.
balanced, which Zeus is Zeus. I mean, Zeus is do we ever know Zeus's real name?
I don't know.
Because they mentioned it. She asked in one of her letters, she was like, "What's your real name?" And he was like, "I don't really like my name, so I use Zeus."
Mhm.
And I'm like, "But what's your real name?" Now I'm really interested. Anyway, but yeah, their dynamic is like perfectly balanced. One doesn't outweigh the other. I mean, I feel like all of Gianna's couples, as you guys see, if you haven't read them before, they're all very much like that. They're all well balanced, but I mean,
Mhm.
Zeus has to have a big person to like go ahead, when they fight, you can't back down from that
Yeah.
either way. Someone said especially that. I
But he
like
cut off communication with her, like, he's like, "This is my last letter to you, I can't s keep on writing to you," and so it was definitely her that inserted herself back into his life.
I like that people are loving it after reading it like the second time.
Mhm. It was really hard. I forgot that she got cancer again and didn't tell Zeus, and so she was hiding it from him, and that was really sad, and then when he figured it out.
I personally don't think she's intimidated because she's known him
Oh, yeah.
since she was my hair is all crazy.
And
Since
he
she was
saved her, like, that's how they met, was he literally saved her life, so
exactly. Like I would never
she
be,
knows
no
his
matter
heart.
what that person looked like, if they were like 7 feet tall, biggest muscles ever, I would never be intimidating because they literally saved my life. And I forgot that the bullet went through him and went through her.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Um, yeah, so the cancer thing was a little hard when I was younger, actually, like around the same age as Lulu, maybe a little bit older. They thought I had leukemia.
What?
Because my white blood count was off so much. So my parents have gone through like it was
Oh
like
my
a
gosh.
month of time. I didn't know, obviously, they didn't tell me until I was like in high school. But
What?
yeah, they were like, yeah, we didn't want to tell you because the doctors really didn't know what was going on.
Oh
So
my
I had a
gosh.
little bit more like emotional connection because I'm like, that could have been my life. Like I
Yeah.
could have spent my middle school. I mean, she was younger than middle school, but I was in middle school, like my middle school years in that. So it was hard. But if you read the author's note at the beginning, Gianna's mom battled breast cancer 4 times,
4
I think.
times
Yeah, and I
now?
think her dad passed away from some other type of cancer.
Yeah.
So I understand that she wanted to write a story basically like dedicated to that in some way.
Yeah.
Some people do have a happily ever after with cancer, and some people don't, unfortunately. But yeah, we don't ever learn Zeus's real name, but he does legally change it. Yes, it's Zeus Garo.
Yeah, and the scene where he shaves his head for her, very emotional.
Aw, someone gave it a 1.5 star. I'm so sorry.
I
I
know
mean,
the age gap is too much for some people,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if
Um,
that's why you gave it 1.5 stars, but
yeah. Sorry, I'm going through.
mhm.
Yeah, there was a lot. Yeah, what would be talking? Oh, okay, yeah. See, I feel like this type of
Mhm.
lymphoma is actually like a lot more people have it. It's a lot more common than people think.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, it's a good dedication. So I did like the way that she did it. I think like especially with her having it as a child, there are obviously so many kids that do have cancer unfortunately and have to go through that. And that
Yeah.
makes you grow up. Like you can't be
Oh,
a
yeah.
normal child. You can't do normal things. And then when it comes back, that was really hard for me because I wanted her to tell Zeus, but I totally get it why she didn't. Because
Yeah. She
if
doesn't wanna
she
be treated like fragile. Yeah.
exactly. Mackie said their age gap made me believe in their love so much. Yeah. I mean, like, you have to fight for that. When everyone, it basically seems like the world is against you, all
Mhm.
because of a number, and they don't really see that for what it's worth, you know? Um, you gotta fight for it, and they definitely fought for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Zeus is a protector. Zeus is a protector of everyone in the MC, and you'll
Yes.
see that
Well,
as
even of Cressida in book 1 when he was pretending to be
exactly.
her boyfriend, so
When he came, let me just say, when he came up to her and like put his arm around her, and like, is this guy bothering you when her ex-husband was there? I was like, yes. I loved it so much. I
yes.
loved it. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
This one, this is also something that goes why the letters are so important because it
Mhm.
shows their friendship. And I know that's weird to say, but like it shows that connection of
Mhm.
he was there for her and as I guess like as a way for her to channel things because she couldn't really talk to people, but she could talk to him. Yeah, he's definitely a protector, but that that striptease scene thing, I forgot about that, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god."
Well, and there were, like, people there, I didn't remember that, and he's like, "Everybody get out."
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I love
that
that
was
though she was pushing him. That's another one of those things where she was trying to get him to see
Mhm.
her as a woman because I understand, I mean, that she's like, what, the same age as Harley Rose?
Oh my god, when Harley Rose came out of that game and just punched her.
Like, I forgot how crazy she is.
I'm so excited for her book because, like, what Giana said and because I feel like the Good Gone Bad is nobody's favorite,
Mhm.
and, like, nobody raves about it, but it's because people don't usually like the dynamic of the bad girl, good guy, and that is 100% Danner and Harley Rose's dynamic.
Yes.
She is smoking, she's drinking, she's punching girls for looking at her dad, like, yeah. She's such a fun character. But it's
Yeah.
also sad because she's in an abusive relationship and she can't get out of it. So and you would think someone like her with a family like that wouldn't go through that, but that also shows you how people do get stuck in those kinds of relationships no matter what their life is like.
I literally think when I read that book for the first time, I said exactly what you said. I was like,
Yeah.
"You think about being in an
Yeah.
abusive relationship."
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Like, it's so heartbreaking to read for her, but it's
Mhm.
so that book is so beautiful, and I'm, like, dying to start. I almost started it today, but I have to get through these other 2 books.
I'll start on I have the audiobook of this one too. So the only one I want to like physically reread is Ancient Lies, but the rest I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
familiar to do on audio. Yeah.
I'm excited for those.
Yeah.
But,
But
yeah.
it's interesting that Harley Rose is a not a cheerleader. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but I was like, "Wait, is she on the same team?" But I forgot she goes to a different school.
Mhm.
King went to the same school as Lulu.
Yes.
I forget that it's like a special school. Also, I wanted to punch the shit out of her parents, like, just from the beginning of her, like, not really having parents for her, but then the second time of her going through cancer, that she was
Oh, yeah.
basically doing it by herself, and I
Yeah.
was like,
Well,
"Oh
because her
my."
dad's what, the governor or something, and the mom just cares about or the mayor, I don't remember which one he is. And the mom just cares about looks, and they don't even like Bia, like, they do not care, and she's like, "Are you gonna make sure she gets to, like, her dance lessons? Like, take care of her, give her attention?"
Such the, older daughter mindset. I'm very much like that. I was so mad, and then when, her dad punched Lulu,
Oh. Oh, because he got the photos. Yes.
when I tell
Which
you, I almost I forget so much of those little things. I was
yeah,
like, "I'm ready to fight someone." Like, I'm
yeah.
so ready. I could go right now.
But I was thinking, like, logically, maybe I don't know if this makes sense, but, like, when they saw those photos and they were, like intimate photos. Wouldn't you think, like, how did they take those and look to see how they took them? Because didn't they have the house that was, like, right across the street from them? And I was like, wouldn't you have known that distance-wise and angle-wise, like, oh, it came from this house? But they, like, didn't even think about it. I don't know.
It makes it seem, well, the way that Giana writes it is that, like, where that, I think, was it the cabin or was it just Zeus's house? I think it was just Zeus's house. That wasn't
Because
the
the
cabin.
cabin's, like, out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
it seem like everything's spread out so much in entrance unless you're, like, right in the middle, you know what I mean? So it would make,
Yeah.
like, if there's a house directly across the street, it seems like you're the only two on that street. That's how I kinda see it, so I was like, how did
Yeah.
you not, come on,
Right, because then
like,
they figured out, oh, they'd been camped out in that house for the whole time.
exactly, and I'm like, "Wait, come on." It's like,
But, like, that's just, like, a little thing of consistency that doesn't really matter that I was just like, "You could have known, but it's fine."
with rereads, I feel like you notice a little more of those things,
Yes.
like, "Wait, did you not put it together?" But then at the same time, everyone else was always worried about all these other things, you know? So,
Well, but
I
they,
don't,
like, got a photo the of Harley Rose, right? Like, with her eyes scratched out and stuff. Didn't he get, like, threatening stuff of his kids?
oh, at the very beginning, it was just some picture that Cressida took, and that was during one of the fires, I think, at one of their businesses.
Okay.
Yeah, and that picture wasn't, like, taken specifically, it was, like, something that Cress took, so I don't know how they got it from Cress unless it was, like,
Yeah.
posted somewhere, I don't know, but, yeah, there was that one, but someone did say the MC didn't see the photos, and
Well, and I guess, like, Lulu probably had so much going on in her mind and freaking out and her dad punching her that she probably didn't think of. Who was taking the photos? Like,
exactly, yeah,
yeah.
I know she did tell Zeus, like, he has photos of us, but she didn't go into details of, like, you know, what kind of photos, blah, 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 blah. I mean, they do have a lot of enemies, but they knew
Yeah.
it was the Night Stalkers, though. Like, they knew because they cornered Lulu in the strip club at the beginning of the book.
And weren't they the ones from the first book?
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how they
so,
knew.
like, they'd already kidnapped Cressida in the first book, and so but they didn't know that they had someone from their own club being the rat, yeah,
Yeah,
and how she had said she, like, saw someone familiar when they had killed
yes.
you, yeah.
Yeah, oh, man, I was trying to think, I was like, she said, "I know those eyes," and I was like, I don't really know of anyone else, like, I don't know." But
Mm-mm,
once I noticed that Blackjack was, like, cracked out, basically, I was like,
mhm.
"Oh, he's the rat." And I was like, "How did no one else
But
see that?"
c isn't Ace Blackjack's dad?
Yes.
And Ace was in the Night Stalkers.
Yes. I don't think
So
they knew that, though.
okay,
I
I don't
Yeah, I
remember
don't think
like
that they knew that Ace went to them, I
yeah,
think.
okay.
Oh, at the end where she was like, "I was scared to lose you as a mom, so I pushed you away." I'm like, "That's bullshit."
Yeah. Okay, but yes, he did get, threatening photos of all of his kids.
Yeah, yeah. I missed
I
that one,
remember
but
that.
yes.
But it's
Um,
sad because, like, Blackjack wasn't he one of, like, Zeus's he was like, "It's me, Blackjack, and Axeman who were, like, the OG, we're all the same age, we all run the club."
yep, yep. Bay's book is, the 6th book,
Yes.
Dead
With
Man Walking.
did we say who it's with?
I'll just say that. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't pick it up the first time because I don't pick up things like that when I read books for the first time. The second time I thought, yeah, it was. It was someone with the Night Stalkers that were working with the other.
What drug dealer is this? Because I remember in book 1 where King was selling drugs, but then that one kid was getting drugs from someone else.
So how it works is the Night Stalkers have their own supplier, which we see
Yes.
later. And then the MC Fallen has their own.
Yes.
And for the longest time, Fallen have been supplying everything in
Yes.
entrance. But they have different drug dealers. So the drug dealer that was in the strip club before Zeus bought it, and I forgot his name. It starts with a V. Something. Oh, bugs me.
Javier?
Huh?
Are you talking about Javier?
No, it wasn't Javier. There was like some Quentin. No, Quentin. It starts with a Q. I know. Anyway, there was like drug dealers that they went from the Fallen
Victor.
and they started getting it from Night Stalkers. So there's a group of like drug dealers. It's like whatever that they have the Night Stalkers like dragged away from the Fallen.
'cause Javier's the one
That's running.
who was, like, with Lou's dad, like, getting cozy with them, but
Yeah.
he's really running the drug stuff too, right?
Yes.
Okay. 'Cause Javier does a lot of bad things throughout the entire series,
Yeah.
and I don't
He's
think
more of
he's
like a cartel.
gotten
Victor! Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, guys.
I don't think
Anyway.
nothing's happened to Javier yet, right? Like, he's never
Mm-mm.
been caught,
Nope.
but he runs so much.
Yes. We do see him again. He obviously the whole thing with this series is that like I say you can read them as a standalone, and I know Giana said this in your interview that she did with you. You
Yeah,
can read them as standalone, but I
you
feel
should.
like the overarching plot you won't understand
I still
unless
don't
you
even remember everything, and I've read this 3 times now, so
it's a
there's
lot.
just, like, so many people and, like, things. Okay, oh, I forgot. Okay, so Zeus is the one that killed his dad. But then I'm like, "Why
Yeah, this one,
isn't it
yeah.
his dad? Crux?"
It's their uncle. It's Blackjack's
Oh, it is
uncle.
his
Is
dad. I was
Crux.
like, it
Yeah,
was something related to him, okay. But then
yeah.
I'm like, why did he think that Blackjack wasn't mad about it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, unless he was too, I don't know. That was kind of confusing to me because I felt like the way I got it was that Blackjack was like taken under Zeus's wing. You
Yeah,
know, that's kind of how I see it, but maybe that's not how it was. This
I
just
don't think
popped
so.
up. I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
they'll overlap.
I mean, she did say, I mean, in Dante and Elena's book, the Fallen is mentioned once, but it's the New York
Yes.
chapter. It's not entrance. It's not the same characters. So the Fallen is mentioned in that series.
Crux was Zeus's uncle? I thought he was related to Blackjack, and that's why Blackjack was mad.
Wait, was Ace and oh shit. I don't know.
There's too many characters and too many things intertwined. I
I just love it.
remember Javier killing Lou's dad in front of her when he kidnaps her.
Yes.
Yes, 'cause then I was proud of her dad at that moment where he was like, "No, you're not gonna hurt my daughter." He died because of it, but he stood up for her at the end, which I was like, "Oh, that's like a little bit redeeming quality for
A
you."
little bit, but I was like, too late. Goodbye.
Deep down you do care. Right, but then to see her dad, like, shot and didn't she say, like, she felt his blood, like, splatter all over I was like, that's her
The brain matter went
blood!
all over her.
Yes!
It's so
Ugh,
gross.
I
Okay.
felt so bad.
Crux is Zeus's uncle. So Crux and Ace are brothers?
Oh.
Or they okay,
I'm
someone
trying to
said they're
figure out
best
how
friends.
everyone's related.
Or maybe Zeus and Crux are
Well, I know that Blackjack, which I thought was so dumb, he's like, "He's never letting me be promoted in the club." I was like, "What, are we, like, in middle school and you're mad that you, like, don't make the team or something?" Like, I don't know, it was just, like, weird. But I guess, like, that's their life, and so that also made him mad,
yeah, I wonder if Gianna has a diagram in like her Facebook group or if someone made it.
right? Like a family tree.
Yeah, that was the only good thing her dad did.
Crux is his uncle. Okay, so when it says Ace and Crux are best friends, that's why Ace left, but Blackjack stayed. And then Blackjack just got bitter because he was not given what he wanted.
Yeah, and I do know they were really close friends because Zeus was like so pissed that he like backstabbed him.
Yes. But we haven't talked about Mute really.
Yeah.
But I love that Lulu worked at the autism center and was like super close with that one boy.
Sammy.
And
Yeah.
then that made her like realize that Mute was probably on the spectrum and like her and Mute were like best friends. He was carrying her away and got shot and he just kept on running. Ugh.
It was that
Gianna.
part I teared up. Like I don't think I'll ever not tear up, but like you see their relationship like obviously grow and like because she does say he's on the spectrum but on the lower end.
Yes.
But you could tell like he just has this like admiration for her the way he like
Yes.
will touch her hair and like
Yes.
he feels like so bad that when her dad punches her he's like I should have been there.
Yes.
And I'm like, "Ugh," and then I forgot he was King's breath, like King's best friend.
Yes.
And how he only read Paradise Lost because of King.
Yes, but he even said, like, he has a really hard time reading, and so he loves it when Lou reads out loud to him, but he read Paradise Lost 'cause it was King's favorite, and then that makes me so angry at Lysander, though. I'm like, "How can I forgive Lysander? Because he is one of the reasons why this happened and why Mute died." No, there's an echo as I said that.
So I know I'm
Um,
lagging. So I lagged for a second.
okay, that's okay. Um, but yeah, the fact that Lou named one of their sons after, well, one of their kids. Don't they have a daughter and a son?
Yeah,
Um, After his real name,
Walker. Yeah.
Walker, yeah.
Oh
But
no,
I
Mac.
am don't quit. Because like what Gianna said in my interview with her though, she was like, "I want you to get so emotionally attached to my characters that you get angry when they die." Like that's showing she's doing her job. And I was like, "Okay, I get that, but like why mute of all people?"
I
Like,
know. Like kill Lysander. Like I don't care about him right now.
yeah,
It was very emotional just because you saw like he would sit there during her treatments
right. And
and
he was there for everything for her.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad someone said this.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, she was so good with Sammy, and I'm glad she still like went there. I think Zeus says that. Like, I'm glad that she stayed in entrance at the end of the book and like works at the center. And she didn't
Yeah.
really go to college. Like, she probably could go to college to help kids that way,
Yeah.
but she was already doing so much anyway.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like it wouldn't be much of a book because of what happens.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm appreciate the fact though she's not bringing him back because
Yeah.
she's brought two characters back now from the dead. So like later on, I won't say who, but in Inked and Lies, there's a character that they were for sure was dead and he's not. That's my other one.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And then in After the Fall. So it's
Yeah,
just like she can only do that so much before we're like, well, you need to stop doing this because like there is a consequence for being in this world and people are gonna die.
yeah.
So yeah.
I honestly think she's gonna kill someone else soon.
But who? She can't kill off main characters.
No, I think it's like gonna be a mute scenario. Like,
Well, that is Wrath gonna die then, and he'll be like,
what everyone keeps wanting his
Off of
book, and
Kylie.
I'm like, dude, she's gonna get so pissed off that people are asking for Rath's book that she's just gonna be like, no, he dies. Maybe that's why she hasn't given to us yet.
Maybe. Oh my god, watch Wrath die. Oh my god.
I thought actually he was gonna kill himself at one point in
Well,
one
because
of the books.
isn't he the one where isn't her name Kylie? She died, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I thought he was gonna kill himself. That's later on the book. No, out of context, it won't spoil anything, but yeah.
Yeah. Because that's his like past, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Yeah, like they gave him the most epic funeral. Oh, but
But Lou didn't go because
I
he's in
know
the hospital.
in the car, like when the way that this is one thing I love about Giana and why she's like one of my favorite authors. The way that she writes, a lot of people say it's wordy, and I totally get that. It is. She writes in
Yes.
a very
Very
different way.
poetic, like it's very
Yes.
descriptive.
And I personally like that. When I'm connected to the story, I want all the details.
Yeah.
I want it to like run like a movie in my head. And I love that she writes that way. And if you're new to her writing, I totally get why it might be off-putting and seem like slow or boring. But I just love the way that she writes. And it's very hard to find that where an author is constantly consistent in writing that way. And it's just everything that she writes, I get emotionally attached to. Like all these side characters, all of them. And I think it's like she said in your interview. Also, if you haven't watched the interview, I'll link it after we get off because we keep
Yes. It
mentioning it.
was
It was
really good.
such a good interview. I love that Gianna does them. Like, and she just talks in such a
She's so passionate.
I love it so much.
I love all of her answers for like every question. She's amazing.
Um Oh, I was gonna talk about this really quick. The way that in the car, like he like kept running, stopped, like he did not stop. And she realized like he was bleeding from his neck. And she was like just hovering over him. And she just kept saying, I love you, I love you. And I'm like, oh my God. My heart literally was breaking. Like that was when I started tearing up. And then when she passed out, and by the time she woke up again, it was like no time had passed. So all of that grief was like fresh in there. You know what I mean? Oh,
If Gianna killed Zeus, I think literally it would be a JLA situation where every single reader would riot, give the book 1 star, and like never read the series again. That would
so
happen.
everyone asks for a next generation. I know she's mention that too. You have to remember that Zeus in Welcome to the Dark Side is 36.
Mhm.
You want like a next generation or something, he might not be here because he'll be old.
I'm
Just
not that
remember that.
old.
He's
In, like,
36.
18 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd only be in
Wait,
his 50s.
some people died in their 50s.
I don't know. If, like, his kid had, like, a book at, like, 18 or something.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
yes, Lysander is Cressida's brother. We
Like,
just
I seriously think people would, like, burn Giana at the stake if she killed Zeus, like, oh my god.
it would have to be for a really good reason. And that reason is like to literally save Lou's life. And that's the only thing I can
I
think of.
don't think
But I
she
don't
could.
think
I
she
do
would do
not
that.
think she could do it.
Yeah, I don't think she would do that.
No. Maybe priest? I don't know. Could priest
No,
do it?
I don't think she'll do that.
I can't see it being, like, a main
No.
character.
It
But
has
it
to
could
be
be Lysander, because we
someone.
know he's still there in later on.
Who?
Lysander? It
Oh,
can't
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
him, because we know he's there in the future.
Yeah, I think there's some people that are really pivotal to the series.
Yeah.
And then there's some people that I don't think are. So like I know someone said, can we talk about the nicknames like Curtains?
Curtains, I
Curtains
know.
is a character that, she may bring up in a later book that's like mute, like a mute character where
Yeah. He might
very
get, like, more
emotionally
page time and then
attached. Yes. And then
yeah,
she's like,
yeah. Well, because who else is there? Bat
yeah, Cleo.
and
Excuse me. Did you notice Leela
Kodiak?
was Oh yeah.
Cody? He better get his own book.
Yeah, I'm
He
hoping.
probably will.
Did you notice that Lila was mentioned in this book? Welcome to the
Yes.
Dark Side? I was like, is this the same Lila?
Very briefly, like, once, right?
Yeah, they had the party that
If Nova dies, I will riot.
yeah.
Nova's dying.
No. Don't mess with Nova.
No. Oh, no, I was talking with Bat, I meaning, like, people who could potentially die. I was trying to remember, like, people in the club.
Bat is
You
married
meet
to
people
Myra?
for very brief moments.
Is her name Myra? Starts with an M.
I don't
She's the
know.
one who did the strip club. Yes, she did write. I have to read this. This was in that anthology?
I tried looking that anthology up when she talked about it, and I could only find the audio or the paperback. Being sold secondhand, I couldn't find the ebook, so I don't know if it's already taken down.
Ooh, yeah. She said the end of this week, but maybe
That's what I
she.
thought, but I couldn't unless I'm not looking for it correctly. What was it called? 12
Oh,
naughty days? 12.
yes. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it's that. But I thought it was taken down because I saw someone post about it. I could be wrong. Look, if Lou dies after everything she went through, I'm gonna riot. Oh, Bat's wife is Trixie. Just kidding. Who is? Oh, the names. I need a map.
Right, there's a lot of people in the club that are, like, mentioned for 1 second, and then that's it. Because, like, when Cressida, doesn't have a car, so, like, Nova takes her, and all of them come over to help, like, repair her house. Like, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But
I will say though, we didn't talk about. Someone mentioned it, the head shaving thing.
yes.
I teared up. Because that is. Oh, I also forgot that HR and Cress cuts their hair.
Yes.
They cut it like shoulder length so they can like donate
Yes.
their long hair. But like Zeus's hair is like iconic. Like look at the cover. Like I don't know if you can see
I know.
it's long. And so he's like, I want you to do it. But then he's like, wash my hair like basically one last time because she's always done that. And I'm like, oh, my heart. And then they go to the and Nova's getting in the chair.
Yeah.
And Zeus is like, let me do his. I want to shave his head. Oh, so sad. Like her hair meant so much to her. Oh, and it was hard seeing her so sick. Like it was hard watching her. How she couldn't walk, her feet hurt. Like that's how you can tell. Not that she researched it, but like she's watched someone live with that. Like there's those are little things. Look, I'm trying to make my way to Love in Vegas or Book Bonanza, but
are you?
I'm trying. I want to go so badly, but Love in Vegas
Book
is
Bonanza is like $200.
Oh, is it?
It's so expensive. Yeah.
I was trying to do Love in Vegas because I want to go back to Vegas, but
Yeah.
It's the week before my first wedding anniversary. And Brandon's like, no. So I feel like that's a little fair.
Well, Giana's not doing any signings next year.
I know. That's why
So
I'm like, I gotta like get the rest of her books bought. And so I don't know.
yeah.
I might just message her and be like, look, if I can I ship them to you and have you sign them? But I want to
In
meet her in
Canada,
person again.
Canada shipping's expensive.
I'll pay for it. I mean, it'll probably be like the whole $200 ticket to Book Bonanza.
Right.
That's crazy.
And Book Bonanza is like a couple weeks before Apolycon, right? Isn't it
Yeah.
in July?
Yeah. I told Brandon that too. I was like, I may be going to another book one in July. He was like, we're already going to DC. And I was like, yeah, there's another one. He was like, another one. Anyway, but yeah.
I was tempted to try to look at Vegas, but that's in the middle of the school year, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's literally like October 28th, 29th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's at the Planet Hollywood. And they do have a room block. Yeah, I do. I feel so bad for Lisa. She could like never order anything.
But are there like a lot of authors that aren't going to be at Apolycon that are going to be at Love in Las Vegas?
Well, QB Tyler is going to be there.
Well, QB Tyler is going to be at Apolycon, not as an author though. She's going to be there as a reader, and I told her she's going to sign all my books anyways. So
yes, I mean, I haven't read her books yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to like them. So I don't know. But like Nikki Castle, she was supposed to sign mine at Nashville, and I totally forgot.
Yeah.
But she's sending me book plates for that. But
oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So many people, I feel like maybe I should have saved my money and went to Book Bonanza. Everyone's talking about that.
But they sell like, I remember seeing the lines and they were absolutely insane. Like the lines to get into the building. Yes. Like the last time they had it, because Colleen Hoover was posting about it, and I was like, that is like, it looked like 10 times more crazy than Apolycon was, but
there's a lot of indie authors. There's that one in Orlando. There's one in Orlando that Brie was talking about.
Shameless, yeah.
Because she was like, you should come to that one. But I'm like, I don't know any of these authors.
Yeah.
There is Love in Boulder, like Boulder, Colorado, but there's not that many authors that I know of.
Oh, A$AP Roelli's going to be in Vegas.
I know. I'm looking, I'm trying to figure out where the list of all the peeps were. Giana. There's literally.
Hartman's going to be in Vegas.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Tyler.
If I can find this stupid thing.
I don't know. That's so far away from me, and I'd have to fly with everything.
I mean, when I went to Vegas in November, it was $200 round trip.
But you're in Atlanta, so it'd be more expensive for me.
Oh, I always forget about that. Yeah.
You're literally like the international hub that has a flight every single place ever. So
yeah, sure. You know they're doing one in Seattle next year?
Doing a signing?
Yeah, Love in Seattle. April 21st to the 22nd.
Yeah, so I know Sophie Lark's going to be in Vegas too, but Sophie's going to also be at Apolycon. So I feel like a lot of these authors are going to also be at Apolycon.
Is Sophie doing as a reader?
No, as an author.
Oh, is she? I didn't know that. Devaney Perry is going to be Love in Vegas. Colleen Hoover.
I've met Colleen Hoover, I think, like 3 times.
Yeah, C.D. Reese is going to be there. Allie Martinez.
Okay, I'm pulling up Apolycon to see how these compare.
Yeah.
Because there's so many authors that are being at Apolycon.
I kind of like, though, that Nashville was a little bit smaller. Like, to be honest. I for my first one, I think that was...
small, except for I still couldn't see Sarah Simone because they didn't get through her.
Yeah, I mean, that one, yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm ignoring comments. I'm not meaning to. Okay, Polycon is in D.C., Washington, D.C. It's July 28th through the 31st. Or 27th through 31st.
Oh, so A$AP Roelli's not at Apolycon, but I'm excited that there's going to be little historical romance authors at Polycon.
Oh, which ones are going to be there?
Amelie Howard's going to be there. I don't remember if Sarah McLean's going to be there. Sarah McLean's going to be there.
Yeah, she's in New York, so it's not that far of a drive for her.
Yeah, I feel like there were a couple more.
Oh, Victoria, I didn't know you were going to Love in Vegas.
Giana is literally the most amazing human being ever, so have fun meeting her. She is just so nice to everybody.
Yeah, it was fun and it was yeah, it was so cool to meet people. Like that's one of my favorite things was actually like meeting people in person.
Mhm.
Um, I was actually surprised during your live show that you did with Giana when I was commenting. She
See your
actually
name?
like she said, "Oh, Tori
She's
said
like,
this,"
"Oh,
and I was like,
Tori." Yeah, I know, I noticed that. I was like, "Yay."
"Oh my
Um,
god, fangirl moment."
yeah. It's been hard for her not being on Instagram. I feel like I, like, have not talked to her in a million years now.
She posted in her Facebook group today. She made a separate Facebook account, like
Yes,
another
I hope
one.
she does that for Instagram because
She did say she's like, "I think I might make another Instagram soon."
but Vanessa Riley, Sophie Jordan, and Tessa Dare are also gonna be at Polycon, so
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I emailed them about my book cart, and they put me on the list to use my book cart.
Oh, good!
Yeah, because I had to email. Oh, I posted in the Facebook group, and I was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
can I use it? I know you guys say no." And then the admin was like, "Just email us." And she was like, "I'll put you on the list. We'll send out more
Oh,
information
good.
later." And I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Were you gonna get, like, a special pass or something so people know?
Yeah,
Okay, good, good,
I'm assuming that's what it is. Because like
good.
my cart, it like it
Mhm.
collapses. And I might pre-order a lot more books for Polycon
Yes.
than because I'll be flying. And I don't really want to bring all those, but like thankfully historicals, like I have a lot of Tessadaras. I'm like obviously want her to sign those, but
And if you need me to ship anything, I can because 'cause I'm driving, so I can take anything you
oh,
need.
okay. Yeah, Brandon's sister, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna see her, but she does live in DC, but I'm not really probably gonna talk to her. Yeah. I know a lot of people are trying to find a Polycon tickets,
Yeah.
and I don't know what to tell you. Like Nashville tickets were a lot easier closer to the
Well, and a Polycon is Jennifer Armentrout's
yeah,
event,
yes. And she just
so
announced her like special editions with the Titan
what
tickets.
ticket did you get?
Not the Titan.
I just got the general admission one, which I always get,
What
so
is it
I'm not getting
called?
that, but
You know what? I got the one that you told me to get. You were like, and it's the same one that you get.
oh, yeah, the general admission. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
she was like,
don't go to, like, the parties and the, like,
exactly,
panels. Yeah.
exactly. But then they were like, oh, I thought I got the Titan one. I go look, and I was like, oh no, I didn't get the Titan. Then I remember you were saying that with Titan you get all those things, and I don't really care
Yeah.
about those, but kind of want special
They've
editions.
never done that before, like, a special edition of her book, never. So, that I was
They
shocked
did
when they
say
released
they
that.
did say that they'll be for sale if
Oh,
there's any
okay.
left. If there's any left
Well, I
after, so
mean, that would probably, like, equal the price of the ticket if you would have spent
yeah.
because that ticket was expensive if it was the Titan one.
Yeah, I wasn't spending that, but yeah,
Yeah, and I'm
unfortunately,
just, like,
all I
spending a lot of time with friends than rather going to, like,
yeah,
the author stuff.
honestly, yeah. Like, I feel like I could just sit and talk to like, I'm so excited
There's
to
gonna
actually,
be
like, meet Lacey in person.
Yes. I
Who
love it.
else is
There's
coming?
gonna be so many people there. I'm super excited.
If you're going to a Polycon, let me know in the comments.
Yeah.
This is yes, I'm really honestly just thinking to go for Giana. I know, Victoria, you had to cancel.
Do they
I'm
even
so
have Book Bonanza tickets available?
yeah, I don't even know. I did look past
That's when
that.
I think sells out really fast, but the tickets are, like, a lot. Like, it's all for charity, which makes it better, but
Yeah. Who else is going to a Polycon that we know? Lacey, you, who else?
Samantha and Desiree.
Yes, are they rooming together?
Mhm.
Who else is
Sam, maybe. Maybe not.
maybe?
Have
Maybe.
you talked to her? I don't know if you talked to her.
No, she has. She said I still don't know. Brandon's still gonna go with me though, and that's part of the reason why I still because I was like, even if he comes with me, um, he might not go because Sam might get my tickets. So I don't know, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to like
Hang out
rely on him. Yeah, I didn't want to rely on him to carry my books around if like Sam takes my ticket.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, Penelope Douglas is gonna be a Book Bonanza.
oh, oh, I got the signed Credence one, so I mean, like, I'm okay for
I
now.
saw that. She got
Oh,
it.
Victoria, you're going to a Polycon. Oh, good. Oh, you live in DC. I forgot. She lives in DC.
Oh, so you're flying to Vegas?
Who? Victoria?
Victoria.
Yeah, I think she. Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling they're going to be like a million book signings next year.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot this year, to be honest. Like a
Yeah.
lot, but I'm going to be more prepared for next year because I have all of the ones that I know like off the top of my head. So I'm like, okay, now I know which ones I want to go to. I can plan better for next year.
Ooh, Jessica Hawkins is going to Book Bonanza.
Yeah, there's a lot going to Book Bonanza. Rachel Van Dyken. Who else?
So
Emily
small.
McIntyre. Helen Hart.
Mansfield, Nashville.
Yeah. Jody Ellen Malpas. Oh, Victoria lives near
New York. Okay.
New York City. I thought you lived in DC for some reason, but at least I got it was a big city.
Have you joined the Book Bonanza group? Should I just join just to see what's going on?
Yeah, sure. It was so fun. Like when you popped out of the line, it was like, oh my God, I love you. You one scared me. I was scared. I was like, who is this person? Because I was like, get to the back of the line. Then she was like, I love your channel. And I was like, I almost cried, honestly. It was so cool. McKay, you need to come to one. Are you not going to a Polycon? Oh, you should come to a Polycon. I mean, I know that's a long flight, but they should do one in the Midwest. A lot of people live in like the Midwest.
Yeah.
But
well, that's why I was happy that the one was in Nashville because that was pretty around here when we normally don't get stuff.
Yeah, that one was on the smaller side, which I liked. But like the big ones, I'm nervous for.
But I feel like Shameless didn't have like too many amazing authors that like Book Bonanza and Love in Vegas are having.
Yeah, it's a lot of indie authors that literally I've never heard of. Like on Book Bonanza, I may not have read a lot of those authors, but I've seen their names. Yeah. Book Bonanza.
But it's just so big.
Shameless.
But I mean, I know because I've been to a Polycon, they break it up into 2 rooms. It doesn't feel as like overwhelming. So
yeah, because then you switch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that because my first Polycon was just all in one room, and it was very stressful, and I did not get to see every author because the lines were so long, and it was like so packed in there. But they've doubled the size and made it into 2 rooms. The next year I went. Yeah, the lines at Book Bonanza looked ridiculous and crazy to me, and I was like, oh my God.
They need to plan better.
I think they sell a lot of tickets. I mean, they have a ton of people there. And I've never been to Texas, so.
Yeah, I've only been to like,
where's Grapevine?
I have no idea. I've only been to like Houston or something. Yeah, I'm definitely going to plan. Everyone's saying I'll go next year. I'm definitely going to plan next year. Like, they already announced them, so you kind of already know when they're going to be. Like, Love in Vegas is, I think, sometime. But the tickets aren't on sale. Someone said it's outside of Dallas, near Dallas. Dallas has a big airport, though.
I mean, it's in the summer, so I don't have to take time off if I go to Book Bonanza.
I really honestly just want to go for Giana again.
But that's why I want to go this year. Next year, I'd be like, what's the point? Giana's not
yeah, because she's not going to be there.
I don't know.
So hard.
Tickets in the summer are also very expensive, so.
Yeah, because everyone's traveling for the summer, yeah. Maybe that's why my Vegas tickets were so cheap because it was in November.
Yeah, when I looked at Vegas, it was like $500.
Yeah. But
that makes me so sad. I mean, like, I know Giana's getting married and like she's gonna be busy next year, but like not a single signing next year.
She's doing like 5 this year though.
She is. I mean, she's going to Edinburgh for
Rare.
And I was like, can I go to that one? Like
she said
0. She's not going to any.
Yeah, none. I mean, unless like she can squeeze in one, but I think she's saying no because she doesn't know what next year's gonna look like and she wants to focus on like personal. Obviously, she just got engaged. So she wants to do all that stuff. But yeah, she said none. None.
And is she doing Paris? I know Rare Paris is happening first. Because Kate Bateman's going to it because I asked her to do the interview with me. She's like, I'm gonna be a little MIX. I'm gonna be in France for the Rare signing. So
I thought they only do Rare one place once a year.
No, there's a couple.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. You know what I'm really sad about? She's doing a lot. Someone said she's doing a lot of sightings. Yeah, she is. And book boxes. I'm so pissed. I missed the anti-heroes one.
I
I was
got that
so
one.
mad. I know you and Jen both got it, and you guys were like, just get it. And I was like, it's $50. What if I don't like the
Mhm.
books?
Little
And
did
it's
you
gonna
know.
be
Yeah.
what is it now? But
And she's gonna have a box for the Caution of the Wind.
did she announce that?
She said that during my live.
Oh, did okay.
Mhm.
I couldn't remember if she said that or
So
not.
I'm assuming it's okay to say it if she said it during my live, so
Yeah, she lets a lot
yeah.
of things like slip, and I think she does it like on purpose. She'll like slip it in there like it's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think the Caution to the Wind cover might be one of my favorites.
Oh, I love it. And I'm so excited to see the hardcover.
Oh, the female, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Pam Godwin's gonna be at Book Bonanza too,
Oh. I could squeeze one more trip in this summer.
right? What would be your
But I
third,
think those
fourth one?
tickets are, like, impossible to get. But I know, like, as you get closer, a lot of people will be selling their tickets, but
Yeah, that's why I feel like a Polycon, a lot of people, all the tickets are sold out and no one is selling them. Like not even in the Facebook group, no one's selling them
yeah.
yet. But I think the closer we get, people, like it's summer, so they might plan other trips,
Right.
or sometimes school might start that early for some people, so they might not be able to go, and yeah, all
Yeah.
those things. So just join the Facebook groups. That's how I got my
But
Nashville tickets.
oh, was it?
Yeah, I
I
just
didn't know
bought them
that.
off of
Well, and,
someone.
like, the author and apps event, like, I had my ticket, but then, like, all those traveling things came up and I couldn't go, so then I gave that to Nikki when she posted,
Yeah, yeah.
but Giana is coming out with so many books this year.
Yeah, when she said that trilogy of Sebastian, I was like,
The
"When?"
entire trilogy is coming out this year.
Yeah.
And her Medusa novella, which is, like, the length of a short novel.
Yeah, I was gonna say novella. It's like 200 pages.
So, we still have, like, 5 books we're getting from her,
I'm so excited.
and we've already gotten 1.
Yep. And then,
So
when the Anti-Heroes in Love came out pretty late last year. It was September?
yeah, and they came back to back, like, a month apart.
Yeah, it was like September, October or something like that.
And then she published Dangerous Temptation at the end of the year,
Oh my
right?
god, yes, she did. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man. I'm
She
so
is
excited for
spoiling us this year.
Sebastian. I cannot wait. She's queen. She's queen. I'm new to Gianna's writing. Like I just found her last year basically. And so I'm like a new fan girl, whatever you want to call it. But like I'm not
Mhm.
disappointed. And I can clearly say she's one of my favorite authors.
She's
So
already done with book 1 of the trilogy.
yes.
Yeah, so she's already written it. So that's why I asked, I was like, "Are they gonna be, like, super close to one another?" She's like, "Yep, okay."
I like that she does that though.
Mhm.
Like if there's a couple or like in this case Sebastian's like MMF or whatever, that she'll do it
Mhm.
back to back to back. So you're not like waiting 6-7 months
Mhm.
to see how the couple has their HEA. Like if
Well,
I
that's why
had
I'm
to
jealous of
go
everybody. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say if I had to go longer, like longer than a month to see Dante and Elena, I would have died.
But I'm jealous of everybody reading the Fallen Men series right now because when I started it, there were only 2 books out.
Yeah.
So, I was waiting for every release.
Yeah. I am
Yeah.
really excited though. We're reading Good Gone Bad next.
Mhm.
You can read them however you want. Sometimes, it depends on how fast or how slow you read, doesn't matter. But one a week is just good timing for anyone. Because I know
Yeah.
people are super busy. So you can read Good Gone Bad now through next Wednesday, and then pick up after the fall, the next one. And then we'll have the next live show for those 2 books will be on Jess's channel. March, nope, April
13th?
yeah.
Maybe? I need to look. I will say After the Fall is my least favorite in the series, though, so
Yeah, I'm kind of not dreading, but like that is my least favorite. But I'm excited to reread Holly Rose and Danner. I hate calling him Lionel. I hate that name.
yeah, I know.
I
They
hate
call
that
him
name.
Lion,
Yeah,
but
I call him Lion too, or Danner. But I am excited to
it's
reread
just
their book because I didn't appreciate it as much because it wasn't as hyped as the other ones.
yeah.
Yes. And then we'll read the next 2, 5th and 6th book, which is to my favorites. And then it'll be Caution to the Wind time.
It's coming so soon.
Yes. I have to get the paperbacks of those. I'm trying because I don't have a Good Gone Bad or After the Fall. So I have to order those paperbacks.
You didn't get the hardbacks either?
No, because they're so, dude, if I would have spent that much money and Brandon would have seen how much money I spent on each book, $25, like I love her, but I can't
It's
just drop
$75 on the first 3. Yeah. Like if you
I
bought them
can't drop that money. So I'm glad she's going to bring them back at some point because I'll pick them up then, but I could not drop that amount of money at that point. Oh my God. I'm a bitch on a budget. I've said that multiple times. I don't have all the money to spend on that kind of thing. They are expensive, but they're like collector's items, so I appreciate them a lot more. But thank you, everyone. I know I'm slowly like cutting it off, but thank you, everyone, for joining our first live show for this Fallen Men Read-Along. Jess, thank you so much for doing it with me. Obviously, I wouldn't want another partner to do it with. Hang on, someone asked.
I just see people talk about them.
Yes. Yeah.
Word
the big books, or the big book people. I don't know. The companies that do it, they do that. So yeah. Thank you so much. What?
Someone's grandmother gifted you the hardbacks. That's very nice.
Oh my God, that's so cute. That is so adorable. That is really sweet. But thank you, everyone. I'm so happy you joined. Thank you for chatting. Even if you didn't like these books, because I know these are some of the more forbidden ones with the age gaps, I hope you join us for the rest of the series because it is really, really good. And it just gets better and better. So yeah, that's all for this live show, but we'll be posting sooner. We'll be posting on Instagram the closer the other live show gets. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.